it's pretty good.
Well, behind you, and Justin is coming up too.
Okay.
Cool. Just waiting for them and Antonio.
The second main event of my goal month is happening in 1 week, and that's the Climb to Kaiser. 155 miles and 15,500 feet of climbing. My last big ultra ride, which was my last ride and now I'm tapering, was this last Wednesday. 120 miles with 14,500 feet of climbing. What am I doing for my tapering ride today? Well, I'm doing intervals on the 4-lane. You may be asking yourself, why are you doing intervals for tapering on this 8-mile climb? That's because I have 2 more events after the Climb to Kaiser to finish out my goal month. One's a pretty tough road race with a key climb in it, and the other, it's a crit, and it's not a flat crit. I had an idea of the intervals that I wanted to do, but I was keeping things real loose because my leg was still healing. And fortunately, it's trending in a much better direction. The HIIT work I was doing, once my leg allowed me to be able to do that again, was in much shorter duration, let's say 30 seconds, maybe up to a minute. Now I wanted to try some 4-minute work, but again, I wasn't quite sure how my leg was going to handle that. This first effort ended up to be about 4.5 minutes, but it was just above my threshold. Ultimately, I wanted those to be VO2 max, but for this first one, again testing my leg a bit, that was okay. Most of the others on this ride are not racers, but they're all very strong. Depending where they're starting from, they're either doing a 60-mile ride or 80-mile ride with either 6,000 or 8,000 feet of climbing. This is their tapering ride for Climb to Kaiser. So then I used that. I would go my interval, and then when it was over, I of course would slow down a lot and recover, but then I'd get myself up to speed so when they did catch me, I could do my best to hang on their wheels for as long as I could. Then when I felt ready, I'd launch the next interval and repeat. I'd mentioned a little earlier in this video that the HIIT work that I've been doing had been much shorter, like 30 to 60 seconds. That was able to serve me well for the first goal event I had of this month, this road race that I did the other week. That road race, however, was much flatter than what I'm going to be doing for my third event. That third event's going to have a key climb that's going to be around 20 minutes, and that's going to be a hard 20 minutes. I am hoping the work that I do the next 2 weeks will help me fully prepare for that 20-minute climb. The person I've been playing leapfrog with is Ruel. He is a true ultramarathoner, especially compared to me. Me, I just dabble once in a while. Ruel has done RAM a couple of times as part of a team, and he's done the 508 more times than I can count. After that last interval, I spent a few extra minutes on Ruel's wheel so I could recover. When I finally felt good enough, I went again. Like I said, this was more of a loose set of intervals. This 8-mile climb took me a little under an hour to ascend. I am therefore thankful that the road race's critical climb is only 20 minutes long. However, those are near race conditions, and the forecast for the heat is going to be pretty darn hot, so when I'm thinking like 106 degrees or more. There's also a couple of gravel sections leading into that 20-minute climb, and each of those gravel sections are, I think, like 1 to 2 miles long, and then there's up to a 3-mile long gravel section that's right after that climb. As soon as I was done with that interval and then Ruel came up and I was connected to him again, I kind of knew that that was the last interval for me and then I wasn't going to be able to hang on to Ruel. I spun easily for a couple of minutes just to get my legs under me. When I finally did, I got into a comfortable pace. And then eventually I was caught by this other rider. We then got into a good rhythm trying to catch Ruel, which we never did. Eventually I went to the front, picked up the pace a little bit and kept it all the way to the top. At that point, I had done about a 30-minute tempo interval. It was there that we connected with the second group that was starting from the top of the 4-lane. Their plan was to do the top half of Kaiser. My plan was to climb with them to Shaver Lake. However, my body had other ideas.
If I don't get the Shaver, I turned around. In fact, let them know to turn around now. I'm cooked. I did my workout. You see you guys? See ya. See ya. See you guys. Have a good one. I would have loved to have gone to Tamarack with them, or even Shaver, but my legs were pretty cooked. They're cooked because today I was supposed to do, which I did, intervals going up the 4-lane. And they weren't that structured. Had an idea of what I wanted to do and kind of accomplished it, but also was keeping a fast pace. So by the time I climbed to Cressman's twice, another story, my legs were feeling a little too labored. Now my plan is to do a couple-hour endurance ride tomorrow, then go do a Zwift race. So you have to remember that I have two goals. One is Kaiser and the other is racing. So my Kaiser training is pretty much done. Now I just got to do the smart stuff. Don't do anything stupid. I think I'll have one more long hang on a wheel ride on Tuesday with the Terry Robert ride, and then maybe an hour to 2 hours of easy endurance on Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday off, then Kaiser. If I break 12 hours, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Speaking of old, day after Kaiser, 69, baby. Still can't believe it. Okay, this was a good workout. I wish I could have gone further, but you know, this was good enough. Got the job done. Okay, excuse me. So this is my goal month. It's June. I've already had a race last week. So this is no race weekend this time, and did well. We've got Kaiser next week. I have a pretty damn tough road race the week after Kaiser, and a challenging crit the week after that. So I got my work cut out for me, so I'm going to get to see how my unusual training plan has worked out for me this last few months, and I think it's worked out well. All right, look for my stuff on YouTube, watch it. If you don't like it, still like it, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. You know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.